Save space. Community. Conversation. Connection. Save space. With your host, Sincerely Sarita. Right now on Word Radio. 96.1 FM. And 900 AM WURD. Independent Black Media.
On nights like this I ride, turn the music up to keep from crying. Wait till that sunshine. Please don't let the darkness keep me low halfway to the home base, yeah. Like a field trip, whoa, it's a real trip. And over your head, it's a guilt trip, yeah. To the south side, wow, it's a real trip. It's not a quick trip. It stays with ya, love taxes, it's a real trip. On nights like this I ride, turn the music up to keep from crying. Wait till the sunshine. Please don't let the darkness keep me low halfway to the home base, yeah. Like a field trip, whoa, it's a real trip. I'm asking who can save me? You can't bait me, you can't bait me. Who can save me? No, you
Hey, loves, and welcome to Save Space right here on Word Radio 96.1 FM, 900 AM. I know. If you're watching, you said this is not the girl with the hazel eyes and the pretty fro. Excuse me. She got a good flow too. And if you're listening, you said this voice does not sound like Sincerely Sarita's, and you're absolutely right. Sincerely Sarita is taking care of some much needed family business. So I am elated. And who am I? I am none other than the one and only Kayla J, your favorite church girl. The music nerd is what they call me. I'm elated to sit here and sit in and fill in for my sister, my friend, my partner, my ride or die, my cut up buddy, my WURD host, Sincerely Sarita. She all that to me because she is a good friend. It goes beyond this mic, y'all. We check in on each other for real. We're family for real. We love each other for real. And I'm always here to support her. So when she said, "Hey Kay, I need these days," I said, "Listen, I got your back." So Sincerely Sarita, sending much prayer, much love, much comfort to you and your family. And again, thank you for allowing me to sit here in your chair and save a little space with our listeners. I appreciate y'all. So listen, this is how it's going to happen for today and tomorrow. You'll have me, and the rest of the week, my cut up buddy, she will be back, and we're going to cut up again at the end of the week. We're going to check in with her, make sure she's all good. But you know how we do it here on Save Space. I want you to click that like button, and I want you to click the share button, because we are all right with taking up everybody's space, not just some space. We all right with taking up everybody's space, because this is WURD, Black Talk Media. Everybody needs to know what we're talking about. That's how I feel, and you can tell them Kayla J said so. I don't have a problem with that. But you can hit me up on social media at Kayla J _ music nerd throughout this entire show. I will be hands-on. You can comment below in the comment section, but most importantly, you got to click the like and the share button, because we have a lot to talk about today. Let me put the call numbers out there first. 215-634-8065 or toll free at 1-866-361-0900. You know what today is. It's Monday, Motivation and Money Monday. So we're going to motivate some people today, but we're going to get your wallets right today too. And to start us off with some good motivation, I have a good Philly artist, good friend, joining me right now because she has just dropped an EP. WURD Save Space family, please help me welcome E-Mac. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
What's up?
Nothing much. It's been a lovely weekend, so I can't even say nothing much. I'm happy because this weekend was just beautiful. They had the breeze going. It was awesome. How
For
about?
sure. For
Yeah,
sure. I enjoyed this weekend.
yeah. I know this weekend is also big for you. You dropped an EP. Am I correct?
You are correct. World
Oh,
Stop just hit.
so tell us a little bit first about who you are, and then tell us about your EP.
All right. My name is E Mac. First of all, thank you for having me on the show. I really appreciate the time.
Oh, you're
My
welcome.
name is E Mac. I'm a local artist here in Philly by way of the DMV area, a Maryland girl at heart. I started out as a drummer. Now I'm doing a solo artistry, and I just dropped two projects within the last 2 weeks. One was a meditations album and affirmations, and then yesterday I dropped an EP titled World Stop.
Oh, tell us a little bit about that meditation and affirmation. What made you want to do that?
I think 2020 was hard for all of us, and
Mm-hmm.
the way I found my release and my healing was by being out in the sun, right, and just
Mm-hmm.
going out, taking a walk, or going by the water, riding my bike. So I wanted to just create a soundtrack for that experience, and for people to go out and or just open their windows in their home and just let the sun in and listen to some good vibes and affirm themselves.
That's awesome. So let us know about this current EP. What can folks expect to hear when they play it? Because they're gonna play it, they're gonna stream it, they're gonna buy it wherever they need to. That's what they're gonna do.
I hope they do. On this one, you're gonna hear a little bit of soul mixed with go-go, mixed with R&B.
Ooh.
Definitely a heavy go-go influence in there. But it's just a song about being with the person that you love and stop playing the games. It's just time to stop playing the games. But if the world should stop again, I'll be right there beside you.
I love me a good go-go, so I'm excited about that. I played go-go to start the show. We played the backyard band. Hello.
Hey,
That was my people. So that's awesome. Emac, where can folks find your EP right now? Where can they find your music?
right now I'm streaming on all streaming platforms. You can also purchase it in the iTunes store as well as the Google Play Store. But streaming Apple, Spotify, Deezer, YouTube Music, all of that. If you want to see the videos that are coming out, they can follow me on Instagram at emac_music.
emac_music. I know you gotta go, but before we let you go, have to ask you this: why choose music? You could have
Ooh.
chosen any other profession, so why choose music?
I feel like music chooses you in a way. That's kind of cliche, but why would I stick with it? I guess because it's healing. I feel like music can change your mood. Music can put you in a happy mood or a sad mood. Music can, if you listen to the right song, you'll be ready to fight somebody. That's seriously the power of music. And I love having the power to heal myself in certain situations. Just sitting down at the keyboard or playing at a show, that's healing for me. That's my therapy. So I'll always stick beside it.
Listen, I feel you there. Music definitely chooses you. It gets all up in your body, and it definitely influences all that you do. So I appreciate that answer. Emac, I certainly appreciate you, though, for taking some time out to talk about your music. Again, make sure y'all follow her at emac_music. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
I feel like I
Yep.
said. Okay. emac_music. Go out to Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, all the places where music can be found, and support her. All right. She's word fam here now because she's been on here twice.
Hey, much appreciated. Much appreciated.
Awesome. You have a wonderful day.
All right. You too.
All right. Again, I'm Kayla J. You're listening to Save Space. I'm sitting in and guest hosting for my girl, Sincerely Sarita. She will be back, y'all. I promise. I know. You said, Kayla, you started off energetic. This is too much for me. I need my headlines. Well, listen, I'm going to get to some headlines too. All right. I promise you I will. But it's Monday. So our question of the day is who or what is motivating you? Again, the question of the day is who or what is motivating you? I want you to call me and let me know. 215-634-8065. Toll free at 1-866-361-0900. Again, 215-634-8065, toll free 1-866-361-0900. Who or what is motivating you? I see we have a caller on the line. Hello and welcome to the show.
Hey, Taylor J.
Hey, how are you?
It's Carlos.
Hey, Carlos, how you doing?
Yeah, my mom and grandma, both my grandmothers. Well, my mom was still alive, but both my grandmothers had died. I mean, the stuff that they told me, you know how old folks will tell you some things, right?
Yeah.
And they dead and gone, and then they be like, well, and then you realize what they said was true. You say, okay, hold on. Okay, I see what they were saying. So let me give this a try. Okay. Yeah. I mean, old folks got ways of motivating you. They can see things that you can't see.
Yeah.
And now you know not to go around certain type of people. You know better now.
That is completely correct. Carlos, I appreciate your call, man.
Okay.
All right. Again, the question of the day is who or what is motivating you? Everybody needs some motivation. And if you say you don't, you're lying to yourself. Everybody needs to be motivated every now and again. And we like to take time right here on Safe Space to motivate you. I have a friend that says it's like time to motivate a friend. She says it like that, and it's always funny because you're right. It is time to motivate a friend. And right here on Safe Space, that's what we're going to do. So 215-634-8065, toll free 1-866-361-0900. I'm going to go to a commercial break, but when I come back, we're going to get into those headlines, and I have space for your calls. We're not going to have another guest till 8 p.m., so don't say I didn't have time, because you got 30 minutes to talk to me. Who or what is motivating you? You're listening to Save Space right here on WURD 96.1 FM, 900 AM, streaming live at wordradio.com. I'm Kayla J, and we will be right back.
As a father, I've done everything I can to protect my children. For my family, getting the COVID vaccine is about protecting the whole family now and in the future. That's why I'm making sure my children get the COVID vaccine and protect their health. For me, it's one less health risk to worry about. You have the power to finish this.
Visit pa.gov/COVID for more information. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Join WURD for the Summer of Freedom Neighborhood Love Tour. This year, we celebrate West Oak Lane, Mantua, North, West, and South Philly. I'm Tiffany Bacon, and I'll broadcast live from a different neighborhood each Friday from 10 a.m. until 12 noon. Our next stop is South Philly at the Marian Anderson Rec Center, 740 South 17th Street on Friday, August 6th. Enjoy live performances, meet special guests, and stand with Word. Be a part of the movement to amplify the voice of the Black community. Show your support and join or renew your Forward membership on site. That's the Summer of Freedom Neighborhood Love Tour at the Marian Anderson Rec Center from 10 a.m. until 12 noon on Friday, August 6th. WURD, showing love this summer.
The Word Radio Neighborhood Love Tour is sponsored by Comcast and supported by Pico, Keystone First, and Ready Set Philly. Save Space with Sincerely Sarita. Right now on Word Radio 96.1 FM and 900 AM WURD. Independent Black Media.
Feel so good. Feel so good. Feel so good. Make you feel good. Make you feel good. Get up, jump up all over the nation. It's a party, here's a celebration. If you can't think of a reason to celebrate, just think about the fact that you woke up today. Everybody all around the world, take a minute and just let it go. Doesn't matter if you're wrong or not. Don't hold back, go ahead and let it go. It's okay if you want to throw your hands up, break away for a moment to free yourself. I don't care, let them stare, just scream and shout. Go ahead and let it all out. It will make you feel good. It will make you feel good. So make you feel good.
You know what else will make you feel good? Listening to WURD. Oh, yeah, that's right. That will make you feel real, real good. And if you were wondering, that song is called Feel Good by Jackie Clark Chisholm featuring Mary J. Blige, two of my favorite artists coming together to make a track. Oh, that makes me feel real good. I'm just, I love me some Aunt Jackie, love me some Mary J. Blige. Man, though they are amazing powerhouses coming together for that song right there. Again, Feel Good. You're listening to Save Space right here on 96.1 FM, 900 AM. The call letters are WURD, Black Talk Media. Yeah, that's what you're listening to. And I am Kayla J, sitting in, filling in, and guest hosting for Sincerely Sarita, who will be back on Wednesday. I promise you, y'all don't have to endure me that long. Just today and tomorrow. All right. So if you could just stick with me through the thick and the thin, I promise you, she gonna be back. She gonna be back. Stick with me, because we're gonna have some good conversation. We're gonna have some fun, and we're gonna make Sincerely Sarita feel good, sending light and love to her and her family while they handle some things. So those of you that send light and love and know a word of prayer, send it her way. I'm telling you, she needs it. Her family needs it. But the most importantly, we're going to motivate her on today, because if she tuned in, I want her to know that she is motivated. All right. So that is the question of the day. Who or what is motivating you this week? You know, it's Monday. That's how we do. So 215-634-8065, toll free at 1-866-361-0900. This is what's motivating me this week. Not just making it to the end of the week, but making it with a stable mind, y'all. A lot of talk has been going on about mental health, and we're going to talk about that a little later in the show, but making it feeling good, making it looking at myself and saying, you know what? You might have made a few mistakes this week, but you are still more than a conqueror. Making it knowing that I am still valuable, making it knowing that I am still worth everything that God has put in me. That's what's motivating me this week. It's pushing me to get to the end of the week to look back and say, whew, I made some history this week. That's what it is, because every day you make history. Nobody may celebrate you for it, but the fact that you are alive and well, you made some history in your own life. And that is what's motivating me this week. All right. Man, we're going to go to the phone lines, though. Hey, you're on the show with Kayla J. How are you doing today?
Hey, peace be unto you, Sister Kayla J.
And to you, Brother Jacob.
You know, really, I'm going to tell you, here lately, strong black women been motivating me. And tonight, see, it goes to show, like, you a strong black woman. You step in for your friend, you understand, ain't nothing like that.
Yeah.
Your friend is in need, and, you know this. Save Space is her baby.
Yes,
it
is.
And she trusts her baby, and she know, and you can keep it moving like that with no, in other words, ain't no break in the action, and that gives, I'm sure that gives her a bit of, a good feeling that her show is going to move, and it's going to move like it's supposed to move, because Sister Kayla J is in the house, so. I mean, strong black women. You look at what Cori Bush is doing at the Capitol, right?
Right.
I mean, sleeping, because she knew what a homeless does to people, right? She felt that, she lived that, and that's what I'm talking about. I look at her. I look at here locally. My sister Veronica Joyner in education. I mean,
wow,
she just dedicates her life to bringing out the best in children, because she know it's there. She know it's there. Just all over the place. I mean, you look at Paula Peoples. She's calling Wednesday for a women's march. I think 6:00 at City Hall. Right?
Yes, she is. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow. So be sure you tune in tomorrow.
You know what I mean? So that's what I'm talking about. I mean, strong black women. Really, I'm telling you, when you look at them, it makes strong black men just want to get up off of that thing and do something. So we appreciate it, and y'all keep on, as Reverend Joe say, y'all keep on doing what you do, okay?
I'm going to keep on doing what I do. Thank you so much, Brother Jacob.
Thank you.
Peace. Yeah, so who or what is motivating you? Well, Brother Jacob talked about children, and that leads me to my first headline. All right. Y'all stay with me with this story. I want y'all to call in. I want your opinion. So again, the number 215-634-8065, toll free 1-866-361-0900. Ashton Kutcher. Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis. They're a couple. If you don't know who they are, they're actors and actresses. They're both actors. They played in that 70s show. Ashton Kutcher has played in so many things. Mila Kunis is also the voice of Meg Griffin on Family Guy. But they're married. First of all, let me tell y'all, I didn't know they was married. I don't know where I was when that wedding happened, but that was news to me. So anyway, they are married and they have two children. One is age 4 and one is age 6. This past weekend, they were on a podcast and they verbally announced to the world on this podcast that they do not wash their children every day, nor do they wash themselves every day. That took me back. That took me back because I was sitting here and I said, wow, these two big celebrities are telling people that they don't need to watch their children, because I'm pretty sure somebody's going to say, well, Ashton Kutcher don't do it. Mila Kunis don't do it. If they do it, we can do it. Yeah. Because that's how people do. That's how people do. But as I continue to read the articles and I listened to some of the podcasts and I just dug deep into this conversation, they went on to say that if they don't see dirt on their children, then there's no need to watch them. And I want to know how you feel about that. And they feel the same way about themselves. Ashton Kutcher said he has a bar of Lever 2000 and he only washes his armpits and his private parts every day. And he slaps water on his face. So he doesn't even put soap on his face. He only slaps water on his face just to get rid of the crusties. All right. So they said growing up, they didn't wash every day. So they brought it on into their adulthood and passed it along to their children. Now, I have an issue with that. I do not have children of my own. I don't. But I am an advocate for personal hygiene. I think that we should wash every day and not just certain parts. I think we need to wash every part every day with soap and water. It is very important to me that I wash, that I smell good. That's what I do. My hygiene habits, I wash my body, I brush my teeth, I do my hair. That's important to me. However, reading this article, I'm not going to say it turned me off from them, but it really made me question them, because I noticed that lately they haven't been on shows for long periods of time. They still are a very well-known celebrity and very respected actor and actress in the industry. So they have their awards. However, I've noticed recently that they haven't been on for a very long time. They show hop. There we go. Like people church hop, they show hop. They're in something for like maybe a season or two, and then they're gone. And they're in something else for about a season or two, and then they're gone. And I said, well, maybe they stink, man. Maybe that's why people aren't trying to have them on their set. But how do y'all feel? How do you feel? Do you think it's important to bathe every day? And by bathe, I mean bathe your whole body. Not just the armpits and your genitalia, but is it important to bathe your whole body? And not just your body, your children's body. Is that something we should do for our children? They said their children, they just wash their faces, and that's kind of it. And if they don't see dirt on them, they don't wash them down. They felt that it was not important. And here's the other thing, that problem what I have with that. As their children grow, because they're only 4 and 6 right now, as their children grow, body odor starts to develop. They have a young boy, and it's something about young boys around the age of 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. But there was something about them adolescent puberty years where young men, they start to develop an offensive body odor. I know it's because their body is changing, just like female bodies change. And my question, I really want to ask them, well, when your son hits that age bracket, What do you plan on doing? Are you going to tell him that he doesn't need to wash because he's not dirty? Like, I just don't understand. Like, you cannot see dirt but still smell a little offensive. And it's just, I don't know, y'all. It's just baffling to me that someone would say they don't need to wash every day. I want to know, what do you think? 215-634-8065. Toll free 1-866-361-0900. The question on the table is, should we bathe every day? And should we bathe our children every day? You know, the children that aren't, able to bathe themselves. We know you wash your baby. Well, Mila Kunis even said that when her babies were born, she didn't wash them every day. You know how you wipe them down with a rag just to make sure their skin is clean. She said she didn't do that either. So it took me back. I just have a lot of questions for them. Are there any parents in the audience right now that can answer a few questions of, did you do that? Did you, wash your baby down every day? Did you not wash your baby down? If so, why? I just want to know, because I was taught to bathe every day. Now, if that's not your practice, I want you to call in too. If you're a person that agrees with them that we just need to wash our underarms and our genitalia, I want to know your take on that. If you explain to me why that's your regimen. It's an open forum right here. I'm not chopping anybody's head off. I just want to know, because I just have a lot of questions. I've never met anybody that said they don't wash every day. I understand in certain cultures, your older, defines your wealth, your status, your place. I understand that in other cultures that are not American. So I get that. But they're white. No offense. They're white. And it's just shocking. So again, that question is on the table. Should we or shouldn't we wash our children every day? Should we or shouldn't we wash ourselves every day? Let me know. 215-634-8065. Toll free 1-866-361-0900. It's another headline happening today, and I really want y'all to call in on this one as well. It's about Simone Biles and the Olympics. Before we even dive deep into Simone, first and foremost, let me congratulate Team USA. Y'all doing your thing out there. You are doing it. If you've been watching the Olympics, let me know. Hit me up in the chat. Let me know. I'm going to get to the chat soon. But let me know if you've been watching the Olympics. What's been your favorite part? Who's your favorite athlete so far? I've been enjoying swimming. I've enjoyed the skateboarding. I've enjoyed gymnastics from what I saw. I watched a little of the equestrian yesterday. That was interesting. I watched the canoeing or kayaking, as they would say yesterday. I watched a little bit of fencing. I tried to tune into everything. We're about halfway through the Olympics right now. Junior Olympics are starting in Houston this week, as well as the Paralympics will start next week in Tokyo. So it's still a lot of sports happening right now. But Team USA, y'all, we're in first place right now. We're in first place for medals. The last time I checked, we had 65 medals. That's amazing. 65 medals, most of which were gold, and then bronze coming in second. And we have a few silver medals. I think that's amazing. Our athletes are doing some great things out there in Tokyo. And I think it speaks to the extra year. And this is why. Last year, the 2020 Olympics would have taken place on time, right? However, there are a few athletes actually participating this year. They still call it the 2020 Olympics, but that were able to participate this year because of the extra year. They had time to practice a little harder, and for like racers and sprinters, they were able to cut down on their sprint times, their all I can think of is sprint times, because I was a swimmer. But they were able to cut down and be able to participate because they now qualified. They had the qualifying time now. And I think that's amazing because it got us a lot of new athletes. In the swimming world, we were able to get 3 new swimmers who all brought home gold today. They were all college students, one 16-year-old, a few 18-year-olds. But because of that extra year, they now qualified to be on this USA Olympic team. I think that's awesome. The same thing happened in our track and field. Because of the extra year, people that we didn't see running before are now running. And I think that is amazing. So again, shout out to all of the USA team members for each and every sport that is doing their thing out there in Tokyo. I see you. We celebrate you. I'm ready to keep bringing home the gold, y'all. I am. I'm a little competitive, so I like when people bring home the gold. I really do. And speaking of bringing home the gold, I want to talk about Simone Biles. She will participate tomorrow. She has a bout of the twisties. We talked a little bit about she felt that she needed some time, some space to get herself together mentally. And so how do y'all feel about that? Should she participate? Should she not participate? I'll tell you my take when we come back from break, but I want to know, what do you think? Is it right that Simone is participating? Or should she just have, bow down gracefully and let the new members of Team USA women's gymnastic, do their thing tomorrow? You're listening to WURD 96.1 FM, 900 AM, streaming live at wordradio.com. I'm Kayla J, sitting in for Sincerely Sarita right here on Save Space. We have to take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to talk about it. Gonna talk about that good old Simone Biles. 215-634-8065. Toll free 1-866-361-0900. We'll be right back.
This Word Wellness vignette is brought to you by AARP. Word Radio presents the following wellness tip to support our listeners with mindfulness and motivation.
This is Halana, your resident expert health and wellness coach, with tips to help you stay well. Today, we're going to talk about the importance of finding a new way to be social. So, we now live in a world where socialization has changed significantly, and we have to be creative on how we maintain and grow our social networks. Health and wellness also means having a healthy social life. Many of us get so wrapped up in work responsibilities that we forget to connect with our loved ones and friends. Finding a new way to be social can look like this. Schedule a weekly check-in with your extended family via telephone or even video chat. Number 2, write letters to your friends and start a new pen pal group. Take it old school. Number 3, use technology for you. Create a group chat for your close friends where you can share highlights and funny moments throughout the day. Finding a new way to be social is something we can all do to support our overall health, personally and in our communities. Go ahead and try it today. Stay well with Word. Happy, healthy living.
Stay well with Word. Connect with us at wordradio.com. This Word Wellness vignette was brought to you by AARP Pennsylvania. As a community service, Word Radio and the Black Doctors COVID-19 Consortium wants to keep you informed about where you can get barrier-free COVID-19 testing and vaccination this week. Tuesday, August 3rd and Thursday, August 5th from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. at Deliverance Evangelistic Church, 2001 West Lehigh Avenue in Philadelphia. For more information, visit blackdoctorsconsortium.com. Stay informed and stay well with Word Radio. 96.1 FM and 900 AM WURD.
Are you looking to hire diverse talent? WURD has got you covered. We just launched a brand new job portal to help connect you with diverse talent in Philadelphia and beyond. If you would like to have your jobs featured on our job portal, give us a call at 215-425-7875 or send us an email at sales@wordradio.com. Check out the job portal today on our livelihood website at wordworks.com. That's WURDworks.com and click jobs.
Be there this Friday at the Summer Freedom Neighborhood Love Tour and stand with Word Radio to amplify voices of the Black community as a digital forward member for as low as $5 per month and receive a free gift for signing up. See you on Friday and join Tiffany Bacon, 10 a.m. till noon at the Marian Anderson Recreation Center, 740 South 7th Street, or visit wordradio.com. Start or renew your forward membership today. Save Space with Sincerely Sarita. Sincerely Sarita. Right now on Word Radio. 96.1 FM and 900 AM WURD. Independent Black Media.
You set me free. Yeah. Can't nobody do me like you do. Your love captured me. I'm not ashamed to tell the world that you blessed me beyond all my wildest dreams. And constantly
Show me that you love me. Listen, that song will get me out on the dance floor every time. Every time. That's Anita Wilson. You loved me right here on WURD 96.1 FM 900 AM. You loved me. Motivation music right here on Motivation Monday. Yeah, y'all like that, right? Motivation music for Motivation Monday. All the songs today will be encouraging and uplifting to your soul. Well, at least I hope they're uplifting to your soul. They're uplifting to mine. But yeah. So if you have a song request and it may be motivational, drop it in the comments. I'll see it. Drop it in the comments, and maybe we'll add it to next week's Motivation Monday playlist. But that leads to our question of the day, which is who or what are you? Yes, you listening, watching, you. Come on here. Let me know who or what you are. Who or what is motivating you this week? One thing that's motivating me as the song played, and it's not just this week, it's until COVID is over. One thing that is motivating me is going to see live music again. Anybody miss that? Anybody besides me miss going to concerts, miss going to jazz clubs and sitting there and screaming to the top of your lungs and singing with your favorite singer, except when, you know, they put the mic out and they say, no, you sing it. Don't do that. I paid all this money to hear you sing it. I know how I sound singing, and I don't sound nothing like you singing it. So I want you to sing it. But does anybody else miss that? That's motivating me because I am going to keep pressing forward until we get back to live music, live concerts. I know they're popping up. Shout out to the Dell. I've seen y'all, your flyers up, your commercials are running. So make sure y'all go over to the Dell Music Center and see what they have. But most importantly, we want you to join Word for the Summer of Freedom Neighborhood Love Tour. This year, we celebrate West Oak Lane, Mantua, North, West, and South Philly. Tiffany Bacon will be broadcasting live from a different neighborhood each Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Our next stop is the Marian Anderson Rec Center in South Philadelphia. So come on out, enjoy live performances, meet special guests, and stand with Word. Be a part of the movement to amplify the voice of the Black community. Show your support and join or renew your Forward membership. You'll get a cute little shirt like mine. Well, this is a little old, but you'll get a cute little shirt like mine. Start or renew your Forward membership on site. They can take you right there at the Marian Anderson Rec Center this Friday. That's the Summer of Freedom Neighborhood Love Tour happening at the Marian Anderson Rec Center from 10 to 12 noon. Word is showing love this summer. So make sure you come out, show some love with us. Show us that you love us. What do we mean to you? What do we mean to you? Come on and tell us this Friday. Every Friday. Look at your neighbor and say every Friday. That's how we do if we in church. But every Friday, come on out to the Neighborhood Love Tour. Meet Tiffany Bacon. Meet some of the other amazing hosts at WURD. And then just have a good time. But as they said, start or renew that Forward membership. We even have a $5 digital membership now. So make sure you come on out. Ask the questions. And you can be a Forward member too. I like that. I had to coin that. Yeah, but we're talking about the Olympics right here on Save Space 96.1 FM 900 AM. I'm Kayla J, guest hosting for Sincerely Sarita. She will be back on Wednesday, so you don't have to deal with any more of my shenanigans after Wednesday. Well, I'll still have them, but it'll be with Sincerely Sarita. But today and tomorrow, you just get pure me. Hallelujah. Yeah, you just get my shenanigans and you can you can tune in. I know y'all got jokes. I know y'all got jokes out there. But 215-634-8065, toll free 1-866-361-0900. That's the number you can call to get in on this conversation. We're talking Simone Biles. We're talking Olympics. Again, shout out to all of our Olympians that are representing Team USA in Tokyo right now. And we're also talking Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis. They don't wash their babies. How y'all feel about that? Should you wash your baby every day? Should you not wash your baby every day? I saw someone in the chat say he agrees with me that they should wash every day. So I want to know, what is your take on that? But back to Simone Biles. We know that she's dealing with twisties. And for those of you that caught the end of what I was saying on Evening Words with Keaton Nichols, I was explaining that the twisties is when your body wants to automatically add a twist. Very unsafe for gymnasts. And if she if her body is adding an extra twist on its own while she's in midair, that could be a terrible landing. It really can. And we know that the landing is the most important thing in gymnastics. So definitely want to make sure that she's safe enough to compete with the twisties happening. But we know that earlier last week, she said that, she was just taking a break to check on her mental health. And while I know that mental health is important, do we think that was the right thing to do? And this is why I asked, because now she's saying she can come back. And I'm not saying that she shouldn't. I'm just saying now she's coming back tomorrow to compete in two events. But do you think that it was ample time? Do you think she has it all together? Do you think the weight of the world left her in these 4 days? Like, how do you truly feel about that? Do you think she should or she should not compete? 215-634-8065, toll free, 1-866-361-0900. I personally think she shouldn't compete. And as I was saying on Evening Words, it's the level of professionalism. I can say she's constant, and this is why. She left out in the middle of a meet, and she's coming back in the middle of a meet. So she's consistent and coming in the middle of meets. However, I just wouldn't want her to perform for professionalism reasons. And her mental health is important. I appreciate that she took time and said, you know what? I need to woosah. I need to do some deep breathing because this ain't working. And if you watch the Olympics in general and watch gymnastics, you can tell that over the past few months, she's been a little off her game. So I can definitely agree in knowing that she's been dealing with some things quietly. And I appreciate her understanding and taking the time to say, I know that you all are counting on me, Team USA. However, I don't want to die in this. I don't want to pass out in this. I don't want to have to be institutionalized because Team USA was counting on me. So I appreciate her, caring about herself. However, I think she just could have went on and still cheered her team to victory tomorrow. I'm not really excited for her to come back. Few reasons. Not sure if she's ready. If you have the twisties can take a long time to get over. As Keaton was saying, it's kind of similar to the yips. So, I'm not sure if she's ready. Mentally, she may think she's ready now, but her body may not physically be ready. And that makes me nervous because I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I don't want her to fall. I don't want her to get hurt, and I want her reputation to continue to precede her. And what happens if she performs tomorrow and she comes in last place? Can you imagine all the people that was on her side as they're going to say, see, I knew it, because that's what we do. Yeah, I knew it. I knew she wasn't ready. She shouldn't have been out there doing That's what they do. That's what we do. And y'all know that's what you do. Y'all praise her one day, then you tear down the next day. It's been happening since Jesus. They said, Hosanna, Hosanna, then they said, crucify it. So, it's what we do because we're human. We love people, but then we don't like them. And then we love them again. But I don't want that to happen to Simone. She's a wonderful young lady, and she's deserved her title as world champion, Olympic champion. She deserves her title. Now, I don't know about the GOAT part. I don't really care for that terminology anyway, but she earned it. She earned her title. She earned her recognition. I don't want her to lose all of that in one bad meet. That's how I feel. I don't want her to lose any of that in one bad meet. Let me know how you feel. 215-634-8065, toll free, 1-866-361-0900. Should she compete? Should she compete? Well, we don't really have a say if she compete because she already said she's going to compete. But how do you feel about her competing? Those are the questions on the table right now. How do you feel about her competing? Again, I said, I don't think her competing, I hope it goes well, but for some reason, I have this nasty gut feeling that it may not go well tomorrow. And that could really hinder her. And that makes me nervous. I'm nervous about the homegirl competing. I really am, because she's representing not just America, but she's representing Black girls. She's representing athletes all over. You know, she's doing a lot, and that was a part of some of that stress and that mental health check that she was doing, because we put a lot of stress on her. We the people, we put a lot of stress on people. Especially when they're athletes, we expect them to be galled, but they're not. They're human too. They need breaks. They need love and support. And instead of supporting them, sometimes we just be like, "Ooh, child, you could have did that better. You could have did this. You could have did that." So I'm a little nervous with Simone competing tomorrow, because I don't know if she's mentally ready. Don't think she's physically ready, especially since they're saying she has the twisties. That makes me real nervous. Real nervous. Whew. All right. I'm going to stop talking for just a short minute, because coming up next, we have our Coins and Conversation segment with our girl, Joanna Jane. You want to make sure you stay tuned for that, because we're talking about community wealth. Yeah. We in our neighborhood love tour. So go out in your neighborhood, in your community, and say, listen, let's build together. Let's make sure we're wealthy together. Not just individual wealth, but wealth as a community. So I'm super excited to have her come on, and she's going to have 2 guests with her. So make sure you stay tuned to Save Space right here on WURD. I'm Kayla J, and we'll be right back.
Join Word Radio for the 10th annual Black Star Film Festival, happening online and in person August 4th through August 8th. Enjoy over 80 films from around the world, as well as panel discussions and a daily morning show, virtually at blackstarfest.org. In Philadelphia, join us in person for free nightly screenings at Eakins Oval, August 3rd through 7th, opening and closing parties, and an all-day series at the Man on Sunday, August 8th, concluding with a screening of HBO Max's Eyes on the Prize, Hallowed Ground. Black Star is the premier film festival highlighting Black, Brown, and Indigenous artists. For tickets and information, visit blackstarfest.org/festival. Word Radio is a proud media partner for the 2021 Black Star Film Festival. The Word Radio newsletter, keeping you informed, engaged, and connected. Sign up by visiting wordradio.com. Scroll to the bottom of the page and type your email address under Connect with Us. You'll receive the latest information on Word Radio. Messages from our president and CEO, Sarah Lomax Reese. Exclusive articles and multimedia content and resources. Stay informed with the Word Radio newsletter.
Join WURD for the Summer of Freedom Neighborhood Love Tour. This year, we celebrate West Oak Lane, Mantua, North, West, and South Philly. I'm Tiffany Bacon, and I'll broadcast live from a different neighborhood each Friday from 10 a.m. until 12 noon. Our next stop is South Philly at the Marian Anderson Rec Center, 740 South 17th Street on Friday, August 6th. Enjoy live performances, meet special guests, and stand with Word. Be a part of the movement to amplify the voice of the Black community. Show your support and join or renew your Forward membership on site. That's the Summer of Freedom Neighborhood Love Tour at the Marian Anderson Rec Center from 10 a.m. until 12 noon on Friday, August 6th. WURD, showing love this summer.
The Word Radio Neighborhood Love Tour is sponsored by Comcast and supported by Pico, Keystone First, and Ready Set Philly. Lifting every voice till earth and heaven ring. This is Word Radio, 96.1 FM and 900 AM WURD Philadelphia. Black Talk Media. Grab your mic. It's time for Kayla J's Karaoke Song of the Day.
Hey. If you don't mind, can I be far from perfect? Just can I be me? 'cause that's the key for me to be free. 1,000 tears, a million no's, just some ingredients that help me to grow. Got to pain, added some sun and rain, blended it together with grace. Still I had to wait, 'cause they wanted me to be strong for the days I walked alone, and all my superpowers were gone. He said I'm making something better, I'm putting it together. Trust me if you don't mind. See, I know where I'm going if you don't mind. If you don't mind, can I be honest? It was so hard to see. Every heartache, every closed door, the ingredients that help me to grow. Got to pay, added some sun and rain, blended it together with grace. Still I had to wait, 'cause they wanted me to be strong for the days I don't alone, and all my superpowers were gone. He said I'm making something better, I'm putting it together. Trust me if you don't mind. See, I know where I'm going if you don't mind.
Save Space with Sincerely Sarita.
Sincerely Sarita.
Right now on Word Radio, 96.1 FM and 900 AM WURD.
Independent Black Media.
Gotta get money. Got to get money. I'm gonna live right on.
You know what that music means. That means it's time for Money Monday right here on WURD. Yeah, Money Monday in the Safe Space Hour. It's the best time. It's Coins and Conversation time with our good friend, licensed financial professional, Joanna. Yay!
Hi! It has been a minute since I've been able to actually hop on here and see faces. I'm typically like in the rush and I'm, calling in from a car. I'm calling in from Baltimore, but this is awesome. Great to see you, Kayla J.
It's good to see you too, Joanna. I'm so excited to see you. I haven't seen, it's still not in person. I'm about to say I haven't seen you in person in forever.
Yeah,
but it's but it's a different medium. It's a different medium for me to hear you. See you right now. I see your posts. You've been moving and shaking. So before we even get into this week's Coins and Conversation, let the folks know a little bit about what you've been doing. I've been seeing you in these streets.
Well, Kayla J, O'Hara Developments has been keeping me good and busy, girl. And I'm not going to lie. Some days I've been just calling on God to keep me from cussing. I'm just being honest. I keep it real with my WYD family. Some days I'm able to, just go through. And some days, I'm ready to cut some ears off. So, for those that for my Bible folks, y'all know who I'm referring to. Good old Peter cutting off some ears. But nonetheless, I'm doing some good things in the community, because without having those uphill challenges, we wouldn't have the stories, we wouldn't have the testimonies to be able to share. So I count it all joy for us to be able to have these experiences. We've been able to, work on our green space project out in the Baltimore area. We've met with some amazing organizations that I can't 100% name yet publicly, but has been helping us prepare for some phenomenal things that we're going to be doing in the Philadelphia area. And in a couple weeks, we'll actually be having like a whole naming ceremony and groundbreaking for our future community park in the Baltimore area. So, God has been blessing us beyond houses, beyond the financial wellness workshops, which I can actually say publicly that we've partnered now with JP Morgan Chase Bank to do financial workshops in the community, which that's humongous. So we're just really excited for the things to come. And we thank everyone for the support. You, WRD, Sarita, the whole tribe.
Listen, we love you and we're always here supporting you. That's amazing. And it's crazy because I'm actually going to be in Baltimore at the end of this month. So it's around the same time. I'm going to have to come on to the naming ceremony. I'm going to be down there.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
So I know you wanted to talk about community wealth. Let's dig deep into that. What even is community wealth?
So I tell people quite often that when you think about real estate, you have to go beyond the physical buildings. You actually need to go even beyond the land that you drive by, whether it has mattresses thrown on it or not. You have to really focus on the people. And quite often we hear that people feel forgotten. And I want people to understand you can make your voices heard. You can reclaim your communities by just coming together for a variety of reasons. And today I'm super, super excited because I have some amazing people, one that I get to work with pretty much on a daily basis. You guys saw my major announcement some weeks back. We now have a formal director of community engagement. So she is with us today, Ms. Lindsay Pill, and I will not try to introduce her. I'm gonna let her introduce herself. And then we'll be seeing hopefully our friend, Mr. Anthony Lee, who will be actually partnering with us for a community event that we're doing here in the Philadelphia area. And it starts with the people. So when people ask me, well, Joanna, how do you have this staple project in Baltimore City? How are you getting all of these partners? It's because I did the thing that we typically overlook. Talk to people.
Ooh.
We're up here hitting our brain against the concrete when if you just take a minute, have a conversation with the person on the stoop, knock on some neighbors' doors, talk to the block captain, and get engaged with the community, they'll light up the whole path for you, right? So I'm really
asking for the impossible.
What did you say, Kaylee?
I said you're asking for the impossible. You want people to be nice and talk to their neighbor. They don't even know their neighbor's name.
But if you just connect with your neighbor, right, you'll be surprised what could all come together. And it's not easy work, but it is intentional work when you're talking about restoring communities that have been felt as though they've been forgotten, felt as though that they have been abused by different systems. And then let me just tell you, when you get the community on your side, when the community comes together, they're better than any ADT or anybody else alarm system, Vivint, all of the above. They will look out for you.
Yeah. So. Yes. Oh man. Oh, that's so true. But as you said, we'll let these folks introduce themselves. So we'll start with on the bottom of my screen, Brother Anthony.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for having me. How y'all feeling tonight?
Phenomenal.
Good. So I'm Anthony Lee, licensed agent in Philadelphia. On social media, you can find me at A Lee Real Estate. I'm licensed in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, and Maryland, helping first-time home buyers, reach their goals of home ownership. And I'm also helping millennials and new investors reach their goal of investment and building generational wealth one house at a time.
Awesome.
I love hearing Anthony speak. I feel like he's already like a part of the O'Hara Development's team. So when he reached out and said, let's do something, it was easy to get right in alignment and lock arms and say, okay, let's do some intentional work here in Philly. So Anthony, thanks again for seeing the vision. Thanks again for reaching out. And I look forward to us having an amazing event here in Philly, my hometown, y'all. I didn't forget about y'all. I know that y'all thought I forgot, but my hometown, Philly, August the 25th, we will be locking down, doing a community cleanup event and a back to school drive. We have partnered with the School District of Philadelphia, along with some other amazing partners that hopefully you get a chance to hear from throughout this month right here on WURD. So I'm super happy to have Anthony with us. And I got to say this part, I could not be doing this without this young lady right here. She keeps me in line, y'all. She gracefully checks me. She probably about the only person that can gracefully check me when I have on my construction hat. She'd be like, Joanna, I was thinking, I think, you got to have that one person that will use the right tone, the right words. And she truly does have a heart for people. So I am super excited to have my director of community engagement, Miss Lindsay Pill, with us. Lindsay, say hi to my Philly folks and tell them a little bit about yourself.
Hello, Philly. Hello. Thank you all so much for having me. My name is Lindsay Peel, and I have the elite honor of being the Director of Community Engagement for O'Hara Developments. Outside of my work with Joanna and O'Hara, I am also a strategic banking consultant and financial wellness coach with Kingdom Vision Consulting. Our goal is to make sure that entrepreneurs of color are able to increase their personal and small business financial capacity to create generational wealth. We do this by focusing on 5 key areas of finance known as class, credit worthiness, long-term wealth, asset protection, strategic banking relationships, and strategic asset accumulation. Again, thank you so much for having me.
All right. Well, let's have the conversation. When you guys hear, I know Kayla J shaking her head. Come on, Kayla. What you thinking? This is a powerful team right here.
Right here. When she was talking, I was like, man, that's the elevator. She got it. The nitty grit, 2 minutes on the minute. Like, I'm sorry. Because I'm a networker. So I was like, man, I would give you my business card in a minute. But go ahead. We're here for points of conversation.
So when we talk about, community is wealth, what comes to mind for the both of you? Like, why do you think that it's important when we talk about community and how it's connected to wealth? And how do you think that communities can be able to break a lot of the wealth barriers that we see? Whoever wants to chime in.
So I'll jump in there, Joanna. Coming from a very, very small town in North Carolina, it's by the name of Windsor. We probably have 5 stoplights, 1 grocery store, 1 main school for everyone. And for us, really building community wealth, it takes me back to collective economics. It takes a village, not just to raise a child, but it also takes a village to raise a community, especially a strong economic community. Specifically working with small business owners, it is extremely important for us not just to team up as small business owners, but to get our communities actively involved in the mission of raising our communities. We cannot do it alone. And I think that's the problem that so many businesses and communities have faced for so many years. We're afraid to ask for help, right? Especially from people who look like us. But also we're waiting for people who don't look like us to come save us. And that's not always the answer either. It truly is about us coming together with a collective vision, putting together our collective resources to truly take us to the next space. We have to educate ourselves. We have to share resources, and we can't be afraid to go back to where you came from and pull up some other people with you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. Anthony.
I got to follow up after that. No, but you definitely hit it on the nose. The only thing I'll add to it is that with community wealth, I think, especially in Philadelphia, one of the things we're struggling with is gun violence, resources. So it's like it starts in the community with ourselves first. And I mean, a big part of it, that's why I got into real estate really is because, grandmom had a house, but after grandmom, who else had a house? Who else controlled the finances in the family? So when we talk about community wealth, we can empower the community and more families. Not everybody's going to get it. Not everybody's going to want to be a part of it. But if we can get the majority just to buy in and at least just own the home, own the land, like now you can have a right and have the say so in some of these policies, work on the taxes and where the money's being allocated. So it's like, how do you get these resources? It starts with the community and what you actually own in your community. So again, real estate, one of the easiest ways or one of the fundamental ways I'll say to creating generational wealth. And that's one of the things, our community, I'm always pushing that we need to tap into so that we can break some of those barriers and some of those issues that we're dealing with in our inner city communities.
Absolutely. And when we think about that, one of the things you just hit on, Anthony, is about ownership. Those that own the land have the most say. And that's just the truth. Like, we have to be able to buy in. So what we're doing, Kayla J, coming together in August. Well, now in August, we are in August, right? Like, the date has officially clicked over. But this month, we're going to be taking it back to the bare bones, right? And I remember growing up, where mom used to get up. She was actually really close friends with the block captain, and we would have every so often, I don't even know if they had it planned by quarters, but I just know some good enough Saturdays out of the year, the block smelled like pine sol and bleach, okay? And they used to be out there, y'all know what I'm talking about, pushing the broom, and it was the majority of the people that were there were homeowners, and they took pride in where they lived. So the way that we're doing this is taking it back, call it old school, but we're coming together. We have some volunteers that are saying, hey, we see what you're doing. We see the importance, and we're going to start claiming our communities by cleaning it up. Because if we're cleaning up our areas, we're going to hold other people accountable. This is not a one-time thing. I must give a huge shout out to Anthony and his team. I mean, they've been doing this in Philly for, I think, over a year, or at least the majority of 2020, if not longer. So, they've been hitting the streets and doing this consistently. We've been doing the same thing. So they're like, hey, why not come together? It's not about, reinventing the wheel. Let's just come together and do more of it. And when you are cleaning up your areas, you're able to hold other people accountable and say, hey, no, pick that bottle up. Don't drop that there. And mama and them and auntie, there was always an auntie on the block, regardless whether you were blood related or not, would hold other people accountable. And when we start there, then we can start tapping more into, the economic classes and all of those things, because we're building that sense of pride. And it feels good when you could come home to a clean block that also leads to a clean, safe block. All these things connect. So that's what we're doing, Kayla.
But before we even go deep into that, because you said something at the end, a clean, safe block. That's totally on a whole nother tangent there. But do you think that the community cleanup, the cleanup of the block, do you think that ceased because home ownership is down? Now we have a lot of renters. We have a lot of homes that have turned into apartments, kind of like the New York style, where it looks like a big house, but it's like 4 or 5 apartments in it. Do you think that that's maybe the reason why folks don't clean up their block anymore? Because they say, well, we don't own this. We're just here for right now. This month I live here, but in 2 months from now, I may live in another community.
No, you're absolutely right. And I do, in my opinion, and Anthony, you can chime in on this, actually being someone that's actually helping people increase their home ownership options. I truly believe it does come from a sense of not truly feeling as though that you own the property. Real talk, when we went knocking on the doors, getting signatures for the block, the majority of the people that were there were not the people that were even related to those that I grew up with back in the day. So these are people that are renters. And that's why I like programs like O'Hara Developments, as well as this new organization that has, made it public. I don't know how new it is, but it's been made public, what Jay-Z and Will Smith are doing, right? Providing opportunities, systems to transition renters into home buyers. And I think that COVID-19, having the experience of COVID-19 and this whole pandemic and everything, is forcing people to think about real estate differently, period. Not a comma, but period. Think about real estate differently, because we have to put different systems in place if we're going to increase home ownership, because it connects to everything. It connects to the quality of education our kids are getting in the area. It connects to safety. It connects to a number of things. So, Anthony, if you want to touch on that, what are your thoughts?
So in regards to the safe block in the community, so that's one of the reasons why, like Joanna was saying, we've been doing this, basically myself and my other partner, Lorenzo Jackson, the owner of Jackson Rental Homes. We've been hitting the street because one of the things that we found is that there are no, we don't see a lot of male influence in the real estate industry in our communities that look like us, that come from where we come from. So we took it upon ourselves to say, hey, let's go back in the communities that we grew up in, that we also invest in, and let's just start that transition. So, I get what you were saying in regards to the renters, but it's like, we don't want to let that be an excuse. We want to be the voice. We want to be the example. So we've literally been doing this, especially this summer, every month or every other month, where we've been going to different neighborhoods. We got brooms, we got shovels, we got weed whackers and rakes, and like whether you rent or own, like we see you walking down the street, especially the young brothers, the young black men, yo, you see us doing it, like pull your pants up and come on over here with us. Like you could clean and we gonna show you how to make some money, because you'd be surprised, a lot of the youth that are, you know, that we think are lost, they're only lost because they don't have those influences outside of the iPhone and Instagram. So it's like when we go out and we reach out and touch these young people, they're like, yo, this isn't that bad. I don't actually mind getting my hands dirty. I just needed a reason why I'm gonna get my hands dirty. Now we showing them like, yo, you literally could start a business with a trash can and a broom, and it could be a demo company, it could be a cleanup company, all in your community. You literally could walk down the street and feed your family all in your own community. So, you know, that's where we come in as far as trying to be that influence and that change in the narrative of, yo, we understand where y'all come from. We come from that, and we want to help be the example and the leaders of that.
And, you know, I'll add a small tidbit to that. You know, outside of whether it's a renter or a homeowner, people aren't as friendly and they aren't as welcoming as they used to be anymore. Back in the day, you can walk outside, you see your neighbor, you're going to speak, you're going to have a conversation, you're going to build community, you're going to build those relationships, where it makes it so much easier for you guys as a community, as a block, to clean up your block together. Now we can live on the same block, you know, for years and might not know your neighbor's name. You know, somebody look at you a little bit too long, you want to know what you're looking at versus hello, how are you doing? So it's like we're also missing the fundamentals of creating the relationships that allow us to operate as a community to keep our blocks clean.
I definitely agree with both of you. And that part there with just knowing each other and having that trust factor is important. So, you know, taking from what you just said, Anthony, it's us, right? It's us that just has to get out there and say, regardless of whether you speak to me today or not speak to me, or if you know me or not, come on out, let's work together. And you'd be surprised with us being consistent with a few leaders. It doesn't take a whole bunch, but just with a few leaders deciding to be consistent and say, hey, we do this every other month, or we do this once a quarter. You'll be surprised. Miss 1 month and somebody's like, well, wait a minute, Anthony, where you been? I was looking for you. You know, it just takes somebody stepping up and just saying, I'm going to come out here and just do it. So I'm grateful that we're able to do this and do it right here in Philly in the upcoming weeks, y'all. So please do not forget about the amazing community cleanup that's going to happen. We're also not forgetting our kids. We've partnered with the School District of Philadelphia. They'll be distributing book bags and giving out information to make sure that we return to school safe. So definitely make sure to come out. So Kayla J, do you talk to your neighbors? Are you friendly or no?
I'm somewhat social. Somewhat. I'm not gonna lie. I'm somewhat. I have some neighbors that irritate my soul. And then I have some neighbors that I don't mind. They're nice, they're quiet, they old, so they don't bother me. I'm being honest. I'm that neighbor that's just like, I will speak to you. I will speak though if I see my neighbor from sitting on the porch or something. I walk, good morning, how you doing? But not all the time they receive it back, but I'm that neighbor where it's just sometimes I will walk them down the street. Don't bother me right now. I don't got them. Not in the headspace for it.
Okay. Thank you for keeping it real.
Yeah, but I have a question, but we also need to take a break. Are y'all able to stay on with me for just a little longer?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good on time.
Awesome. All right. So we're going to take a quick break. You're listening to WURD 96.1 FM, 900 AM, streaming live at wordradio.com. I am Kayla J, sitting in for my girl, Sincerely Sarita. We're here with Joanna Jane for Coins and Conversation. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Build skills needed for employment through the Philadelphia Skills Forward Initiative, a free upskilling program for workers displaced by the pandemic, those whose jobs are at risk for automation, and Black and brown workers. Complete courses focused on digital literacy, career management, and professional skills for a successful career. Get started today at chamberphl.com.
This is not a fad for us.
We will not resume our regular programming when things die down. We're not black to help our bottom line or because it's politically correct. We're not joining a fight. This has been our fight, our message, our people. Black lives have always mattered here. We are
Undeniably,
indefatigably, unapologetically, permanently Black Talk Media.
WURD.
Save Space with Sincerely Sarita.
Sincerely Sarita.
Right now on Word Radio, 96.1 FM and 900 AM WURD.
Independent Black Media.
Hey, I'm closing chapters. I'm turning pages, glory to glory, and from faith to faith. I'm moving on, I'm moving on, I'm moving on. I'm getting older, so I'll keep it straight. It hurts to let go, but it hurts more to stay. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. Hey, I'm moving. Hey, 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 hey. I know my real view can't compare to what God will do with my life. I am forgetting what's behind me. I have finally decided I'll be moving on. I'm moving on. I'm moving on.
My mother told me, she taught me well.
Forget your failures and forgive yourself for moving on.
I'm moving on. I'm moving on.
Hey,
hey,
hey, hey, hey. I know my review can't compare to.
Stand with the WURD, the only Black-owned talk radio station in Pennsylvania. Did you know that you can join the forward movement and amplify voices of the Black community as a digital member? You heard it right, a digital member, for as low as count it, $5 per month. Some of you pay more than that for Netflix. I'm just saying. $5 per month. Visit wordradio.com or call 215-425-7875. We need you. Show your support, join, or renew your Forward membership today. Again, 215-425-7875 is how you renew or start your $5 digital membership. $5. You can do that. I know you can. You're listening to Word Radio 96.1 FM 900 AM, streaming live at wordradio.com. Did you know about our app? Be sure to download that because it's free. And period, poo, it's free. So download our app. I'm Kayla J, sitting in for Sincerely Sarita, and we are in the midst of coins and conversation. Welcome back to Joanna Anthony. And I see her. She dropped out. Here we go. Remind me how to pronounce your name because I don't want to say it wrong.
Lindsay.
There we go.
Thank you
I did
so
not
much.
want to say it wrong. Thank each and every one of you for joining me for Coins and Conversation. Before we went to break, I had a question, and it was something to what you said, Lindsay, about us not really being a community anymore. So what can we do to even be a community? We can't get community wealth if we're not a community. So how do we even try to become one again?
So honestly, in my opinion, it starts with people like us. It starts with those people who do not mind being on the front line to initiate opportunities like this. Because even if we're not able to connect with everyone this time, with them continuously seeing our face,
seeing what we do and the mission behind our work, they will come. It also comes from the strength of multiple community organizations coming together on a regular, not just to clean a block, but also to bring additional resources to these communities. So let's talk about these financial literacy workshops, right? Let's talk about home ownership programming. Let's talk about a variety of things. Let's talk about entrepreneurship. When we start to bring those types of resources to the community and the community understands that we are truly here for them, it will make a difference. Right now, our communities are struggling from a lack of trust right now. Sometimes, one, they can't trust a lot of times local and city government, right? Two, they don't trust a lot of organizations who claim to help, because a lot of organizations who claim to help, who are not led by people who look like us, don't really get it right every time, right? It's more of this savior complex that they have. And the community knows when that is not genuine. So more of us, communities that are led by people who look like us, that mirror the people who live in these communities, we have to do more, and we have to be okay with that.
I agree. That's good. Thank you. Thank you for answering that question. Thank you so much. Joanna, back in your hands. Teach us.
No, I mean that was right on point. I mean that's how we really come together. So I know the time is coming up soon where we're going to wrap up. And what I love to do before we leave Coins and Conversation is always just leave the people with some takeaways. Like, what could people do next, right? Because some people may look at the fact that, Anthony, they haven't sold a bunch of houses yet. Lindsay, they're not the strategic banker and consultant. So what could they be able to do? So if you guys want to share a tip or two each on what are some things that if somebody is listening to this right now that says, hey, I'm tired of my block looking this way, or I'm tired of feeling like there's not enough in my area, but I see other blocks or other communities prospering. What's that one or two things, simple steps that somebody could be able to do, like first thing tomorrow morning? Because I'm not going to say tonight.
So I'll jump in and I'll be transparent. Like, I was a person that felt that way about my block. I wasn't happy. I'm like, I didn't move here for it to look like this, or even for me to be associated with it like this. So the first thing I did was I didn't wait. I didn't look for anybody else to do it. I literally bought myself an extra trash can, and I got me one of those trash pickers. And I just told myself on trash day, when I put my trash out, I walk up and down the street and just get the loose trash. It don't have to be much, but just literally doing that set the tone. And now I got one neighbor who comes out. He cuts the grass on Saturday mornings in front of everybody's house. Most of the houses. I got another neighbor down the street. He'll blow all the leaves and stuff. And we just meet in the middle. The whole block doesn't participate, but just enough of us so that when we come out the house, we don't always have trash. So I would just say, don't necessarily look for anybody else, but just take it upon yourself, hold yourself accountable, and just start in front of your house, your neighbor's house, and the house next to you.
Good stuff. That was good. And then I love the fact that, like you said, that there are men. I didn't, nothing about, females, ladies, I love you, love all the queens out there, but it's something about when a man takes leadership. I'm just saying, amen. There's something about when men take leadership, it sets a different tone. So, Aunt, shout out to you and the other brothers on your block that just take that simple step, because what we think is simple, it definitely opens up a door for other opportunities. I was saying to my daughter the other day, you don't know who's looking for you. You don't know who probably is looking at you and those brothers that one day a week, just simply getting a trash picker and so forth. So I encourage you to keep going. And I really enjoy the fact that you have allowed this to manifest into other neighborhoods and connecting with, other partners that I'm excited to be with us in a couple weeks. So were you getting ready to say something else, Aunt?
Well, when you mentioned the man, I was going to say, so I tried, like, I'm not saying women can't participate. I literally just, me and a couple of my male counterparts, my friends, we simply just said, like,
you ain't got to clean it up. The ladies not going to come after you. It's cool. You
all right, I just wanted to make sure. But to my point, though, I just wanted, like, we said, like, we feel like we always work with women. Like, we sell houses to women. Our clients are majority women. And we were like, why is that? So we said, we also want to be that again example, not just for the community, but just for males, because we feel like more of us males need to step up in our community so that again our kids are safe, the blocks are clean, and and it's nothing. That's how me and you connected, because like I said, it's nothing like having a woman's touch or her vision to make it go 10x. So I appreciate y'all for letting me be a part of it.
Thank you, absolutely. And so let me clean this up real good, so I don't want nobody DMing me saying that I said the sisters can't do it. That's not what I said.
Well, I don't think even got any DM saying that. A sister like to see a man with a broom. Just saying.
That's right. Amen. Amen. Lindsay.
Yeah, I'll add to that. Social capital is everything, right? So being able to tap into your network, who's connected to you. Yes, you definitely want to start. You want to initiate that with where you are, understanding your positioning in your neighborhood, but also think about who are you connected to and how can your connections also help you build your block, build that community wealth. Keep these blocks clean. Whether you're a teacher, a social worker, or even a banker, you have people, nonprofit organizations that are near you who also wants to help. But if we're not asking, we can't expect to get any help, right? And then you can take that model and duplicate it from one block to the next block. The same people who supported you, they live on a block too. And now you have a community of people cleaning multiple blocks, taking care of multiple communities. That's where that community wealth starts to kick in. That's when we can really start bringing together some strategic programming that can really and truly take our community to the next level. Do not be afraid to tap into your network for this assistance.
Lindsay, that was good, because quite often, I told somebody the other day, especially to our entrepreneurs, we have a way of struggling on purpose. We do not want to ask for help. We up here asking for asking Jesus and whoever else you believe in to send everything. The boat come, the ship come, everything comes, and you still asking for help, when really we're already connected. From the time that we walk out our front door, we're literally connected to at least 5 organizations, 5 people that could be able to support you in your vision. So I like the fact that you gave that tip. So like Anthony said, just start small. Like you walk out, you see an issue, don't wait for somebody. You can step up and go out here and do it. Lindsay said, you are already connected to a network that you can tap into. Don't overthink the process. And I'm going to leave it with this. We got to show up to some of these city meetings. Just show up. Just show up. All you need to do is attend these free and open meetings that want your presence and pull up a chair. We cannot continue to say that we're trying to bring the table, bring the chair. Maybe the table's already laid. Maybe you just need to attend. Bring your chair. Maybe they have a spot for you, but you just haven't shown up. So if you need to go the extra mile and say, you know what? This Wednesday, I'm tired, but every first Wednesday of the month, I'm locking into the neighborhood association meeting, or I'm going to the city hall because I need to know what's happening in my district. And it may not need to be everybody on the block, guys. It could be a designated person that says, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go get the information from my block. I'm going to get the information from my district. I could type it up real quick and you could distribute it to people on your block. And let me tell you, if you got kids, put them to work. Because guess who got the signatures for the block? Haley. We went out on the Saturday. Go knock on those doors. Hit those doors up. Ask them questions. And she was getting signatures. So we want to make sure that we are showing up at these meetings, because the meetings are happening. They're not coming up on the Shade Room. They're not coming up on VH1 or BET. They're coming up right on the newsletters for your city, where you pay taxes, where they are asking for your input. And we can no longer say that there's not an opportunity for our voices to be heard if we're not showing up. So I hope that you enjoyed today's Coins and Conversation. Anthony, Lindsay, thank you so much for joining me on Coins and Conversations here on WURD. People, make sure that right now, if you're listening to this right now, I need you to go to The Real Joanna Jane. Hit the link in my bio. If something touched touched you tonight and you're like, hey, I want to sign up. Anthony told me to get a broom. I'm ready to come. Lindsay said I need to connect with my network. I'm gonna tap into my network and sign up to be a volunteer at the upcoming community cleanup event and back to school drive. Come get a book bag for your kids. If you don't have children, come get a book bag for a child in need. Come together and connect with other people of like minds. You can sign up as a leader of an organization, list how many people you want to bring with you, or you can sign up as an individual. We have supplies, but if you're questioning if we'll have enough, bring your broom and your gloves with you, bring your mask, and let's get to work. The block is going to be jumping while we're cleaning up. We got an amazing DJ that's going to be bringing the tunes, and we're going to have a great evening, a great afternoon. So that's my time, everybody. Make sure that you follow me, The Real Joanna Jane, on Instagram, Joanna Jane on YouTube and Facebook. If you have any comments or further questions, feel free to email info@o'haradev.com. Thank you, Kayla Jane. I look forward to seeing you right back here next week, Monday.
Listen, I learned a lot. I know I'm going to be clicking the link so me and my block, we can clean up. You and your block, y'all need to clean up. I know y'all need to clean up. So make sure y'all go click the link. Joanna Jane, Lindsay, and Anthony, thank you for joining me here tonight on Safe Space.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Have a great evening.
You too. All right, there you have it. That was our Coins and Conversation for this week right here on Safe Space. Did you learn something? Did you learn something new? I know I did. And I learned some tips on how we can make our community better. It doesn't matter if you're a renter or not. It matters that you love your community. And if you don't love your community, I'm going to pray for you because you need to love your community. You got to love where you're at. You know, you can't get to a new place if you don't love where you're at, because you gotta deal with where you're at first. That's just how I feel. But make sure, again, you follow Joanna Jane at The Real Joanna Jane on all social platforms. Go to her website, click the link in her bio on Instagram, and sign up to participate in that upcoming clean up event. We have to take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, the phone lines are open. 215-634-8065, toll free at 1-866-361-0900. Again, 215-634-8065, toll free at 1-866-361-0900. We have a few questions out on the board right now, and I want to know who or what is motivating you this week. That's one question. The second question, is it important that we bathe every day? Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis says no. What says ye? And question number 3, should Simone Biles participate tomorrow? We know that she is, but how do you feel about that? So let me know. Call me again, 215-634-8065. I'm Kayla J. This is Safe Space. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Family Therapy Vignette Moments with Dr. Lucille Ijoy.
Pandemic COVID-19. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a serious time. You know, we are at a strange time in our lives when we have to make decisions, really important decisions about our lives and the lives of our family and our friends and neighbors and strangers. And you know, making decisions like that is no play. So I'm going to say this little rap for you. We call it a poem or a rap. I hope that when I'm finished saying it, you'll be able to say it also. Pandemic time, the vaccine is free. Get your vaccination as quick as can be. The Delta variant may be a new concern. Be willing to take time. Be willing to learn. And I'm going to tell you something. We all better be willing to learn. And we all better be willing and ready to take that vaccine. This is no playtime. And I would say from the bottom of my heart, amen, amen, and amen.
Word Radio Digital Tip of the Month
with Stephanie Humphrey.
Brought to you by Comcast.
You might be enjoying the hot days of summer, but your smartphone probably isn't. Hotter temperatures can potentially damage your phone, so here are some things you can do to keep it cool. Don't leave your phone in direct sunlight or locked in a car if possible. And if you don't absolutely need it, ditch the smartphone case too. That can easily trap heat. Change the settings to lower the brightness, turn off data, put your phone in airplane mode or try to do less high-powered activities like gaming. If you do notice your smartphone overheating, turn it off and take out the battery if you can. And don't try to cool it down by putting it in a refrigerator or freezer. Just keep your phone in a cool area for a while until it returns to room temperature. Stay cool, stay tuned to WURD for more tips, and stay connected with us at wordradio.com.
Want the latest in Word swag? Check out the shop tab on wordradio.com. Hoodies, tees, and more in a variety of colors. The shop tab on wordradio.com. Show the world that you're all about black. Talk Media. Save Space with Sincerely Sarita. Right now on Word Radio, 96.1 FM and 900 AM WURD. Independent Black Media.
See, I used to feel so down. Things are coming around. Now I'm stepping in the new light. Almost gave up, but I gotta get right. Gotta give it another try. Gotta get right, gotta get right, gotta give it another try. I just gotta get myself together, cause I'm getting better. I gotta get myself together, cause I'm getting better, 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 better. Doing better, getting better, being better, cause you know I'm better. Doing better, getting better, being better, cause you know I'm better. See, I can't live in the past. I gotta live for me at last. Yeah, I'm ready to make a change. Time to switch it up. It's a new day. I'ma give more time. I'ma go out chasing what is mine. Peace, love, joy, happiness divine. Things are brighter on the other side. I gotta get myself together, cause I'm getting better. I gotta get myself together, cause I'm getting better, 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 better. Doing better, getting better, being better, cause you know I'm better. Doing better, getting better, being better, cause you know I'm better. Waking up and got a smile heavy on my face. Things are better cause I know what's ahead of me. New life and new season of prosperity, cause I know that I'm walking in my destiny. I keep going and I smile. Blessings stretch more than a mile. Brand new life is on the horizon, rising higher and higher. I'm gotta get myself together, cause I'm getting better. I gotta get myself together, cause I'm getting better, 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 better. Doing better, getting better, being better, cause you know I'm better. Doing better, getting better, being better, cause you know I'm better.
You got to get better. We got to get better at putting these streets together. And by that, I mean cleaning them, y'all. We can have better streets because guess what? We're all getting better. Yeah, that's the name of that song, Getting Better, by a friend of mine, Destiny Monet. You can go and find her on all social media platforms and anywhere where you buy music and buy that EP. It's a whole inspirational EP that she put together for mental health specifically. And that song is the single of that one called Getting Better. Just letting you know that every day you are getting better. No matter what it looks like, you are getting better. You're better than you were the day before because you still decided to continue living. You're listening to WURD 96.1 FM, 900 AM, streaming live at wordradio.com. This is Safe Space. And no, I am not Sincerely Sarita. I am Kayla J. And it has been my pleasure to sit in and guest host for my sister and my friend, Sincerely Sarita. I'll be back tomorrow too, and she'll be back on Wednesday. But it has been an honor and a privilege of sitting in and just getting to chat with each and every one of you. And speaking of that, we still have time for your calls. We've got a few questions on the table. Who or what is motivating you this week? I shared a little bit about what's motivating me. Brother Jacob shared a little bit about what's motivating him. Carlos called in and said, you remember back in the day when the seniors used to motivate people? I remember that. Church mothers still motivate me. I'm just saying, you ever go to a church and you see the church mother sitting there and she looked tired, but she's still pressing on and encouraging the young people. That That's motivation right there. But yes, who or what is motivating you is a question on the table. The other question is, do you believe bathing every day is necessary? Is it important? We talked about Mila Kunis and her husband, Ashton Kutcher, who feel that it's not necessary. They said, you know what? We don't need to do it, nor do our children need to do it. I feel like that's social services waiting to happen. I think that's a whole lot of white privilege right there, because if one of our young people came to school unwashed and unbathed for weeks, social services would be knocking on our door. That's just how I feel. But they said on a live podcast that they don't need to wash their children every day. Matter of fact, the quote says, if they do not see dirt, there's no need to wash. That's what Ashton Kutcher said himself. And then last but not least, our last question on the table is, do you believe that Simone Biles should participate tomorrow? She has said that she feels well enough to participate in these last two individual events. However, she is suffering from the twisties. And the twisties is when your body wants to add an extra twist just because it's used to twisting. That's really what it is. And it's very dangerous for athletes, gymnasts, to be exact, for the fact that if they're twisting in a double twist and their body goes to a triple twist, they weren't expecting that twist, so it could affect their landing, which is scary, because they could fall and hurt their back, they could hurt their ankles, they could break their nose, especially if they're on the beam. It's a lot of things that can happen when suffering with the twisties. So I've already shared with you that I feel Simone shouldn't participate. I'm not sure if she's well enough to participate. She feels she's well enough. Who am I to say she shouldn't? I'm not a doctor, nor am I Simone. However, my personal opinion that no one asked for says I think she shouldn't participate. Do you have an opinion? Let me know. 215-634-8065, toll free, 1-866-361-0900. I have one more story that I want to talk to you about. And it is really serious. It's really serious. I need you to come closer. Come closer to me. If you're watching, if you're listening on the radio, turn me up just a little bit louder so everybody in your house or on your block, we just talked about the community, right, can hear me. Let me get myself together. This is what I have to say. This is the last story. Get vaccinated, people. Please, please, just get vaccinated. I don't understand. I really don't understand why it's only 61% of Philadelphians vaccinated. I have a complete issue with that. Now, me personally, I did not want the vaccine. However, I got the vaccine. I didn't want it because I felt, you know what? I've never gotten a vaccine before in my life. I'll be all right. But you know what? Common sense said, Kayla J, go on down to the hospital. Go on down to the CVS. Gonna get real country on. Go on down now. Down the road a piece. Go down there and get your vaccination. Because if you catch COVID, there is a chance that you may not make it. Now, to all of you that says, listen, Kayla, I hear you. I'm just not here for it. You're about to set yourself up for failure. Let me tell you why. I read a story from Channel 6 the other day that said restaurants are going to start requiring proof of vaccination before you can come into their restaurants. How you feel about that now? You not vaccinated. You and your family want to go to the Red Lobster and you can't get in because you not vaccinated. Now what? What you gonna do? Go bet you go get your vaccination then. So why do they have to threaten you with not being able to get into the restaurant, or threatening you with not being able to get into the theater, or threaten you with not being able to do the normal activities that you would usually do in your life? Huh? Why they gotta do that to you, Philly? Why they gotta do that? Go and get vaccinated, please. It's too It's 2 vaccinations. I don't know who tried it, but they tried it. It came on all by itself. I just want y'all to know that. It scared me just a little bit. But yeah, they tried it. They tried me. They tried it. Philly, stop trying it. Stop trying to go out here and act like the pandemic don't exist. It exists. COVID is real, y'all. It's real. And this Delta variant that's coming, it's coming for the kids. A lot of the hospitalizations right now are children 12 and under. And people, adults, who haven't been vaccinated. I wish I could be silent but so you can get the effect of that. However, I can't because this is live radio and dead air is bad air. So I want you to think about that. I really do. I want you to think about it. You're not vaccinated. Your children aren't vaccinated. There's a new variant out that's attaching itself to our children. Children are the most affected by this Delta variant, and school's about to start. Got a few weeks until school start. If you're a teacher, a principal, a counselor, a janitor, anybody that works in the school, anybody that works near children, and you aren't vaccinated, I need you to get vaccinated. Kayla J said it. You can tell the doctor Kayla J said it. You need to get vaccinated. It is really a matter of life and death at this point, y'all. It really is. 61% of Philadelphians. And then they did a whole nother chart that looked at Pennsylvania. Here's where I got real sad. Only 61% of Pennsylvanians are vaccinated. We got to do better. There's a campaign going on right now. Ready, Set, Philly. Ready, get set. Let's go get vaccinated. Seriously, y'all. There are so many free sites available for you to get your COVID-19 vaccination. Seriously, go get a vaccine. It's 2 little shots. I hate needles. I disdain them. Okay? I never, ever in my imagination thought I would volunteer to go get a needle. But I did. I said, you know what? I have asthma. I have really bad allergies. I already have complicated breathing. Let me go get a vaccine. Because if I catch COVID, there's a good chance that I may not survive COVID. And even if I survive COVID, there's a really good chance that I would pass it on to my family. And I love them too much to give them this deadly disease. Clear as that. That's how I felt. That's how I felt, which is why I got vaccinated. I don't know about you. You may think it's a scam. You may think it's the government out to get you. You may think COVID's not real. No matter what you think, I implore you, just like an altar call, I implore you, and you, go get your vaccination. If you don't know where to get one at, ask somebody. Seriously. They have them at Walgreens. You can go through your primary care physician. They can lead you to a place that you can get it. It is imperative, listeners, that we get vaccinated. All right? Seriously, get vaccinated. All right, that's my time for tonight. That's my time for tonight. I thank you for listening. I thank you for tuning in. Sorry I had to get serious on you at the end, but seriously, if they start asking for vaccination cards, proof of vaccination cards for restaurants, I bet you that thing is going to go up. Vaccination rates are going to go up because y'all want to eat. Y'all want to eat. I know y'all do. But again, thank you for listening to Save Space tonight. I am none other than the one and only Kayla J, sitting in tonight and tomorrow for my girl, Sincerely Sarita. She will be back on Wednesday. Shout out to my guest, EMAC. Be sure to go get her EP. And shout out to Joanna, Jane, Anthony, and Lindsay for joining us for Coins and Conversation. Let's get out there and sweep up our streets and build our community back up. As I always say, Veni, Veni, Vinci. I came, I saw, and I conquered. I want you to go out there and conquer those things that you see. Because yes, you can do all things through Christ. If sincerely Sarita was here, she would say, taste your words before you feed them to someone else. And always, always, always empathize, empower, and evolve. Peace.
Who can save me? You can't, baby. You can't, baby. Who can save me? Know that you can, baby. You could, baby. We'll be riding, trying to conquer the world, but darling, you can't change it. You can't change it. Riding all, you know that you can't last. They asking who can save me? Who can save me? Who can save me? Know that you can, baby. Know that you can. Nah, 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 nah. Love pays, yeah. But love taxes, oh, it's a real trip. On nights like this I ride, turn the music up to keep from crying. Wait till that sunshine. Please don't let the darkness keep me low.